Alex Hormozi, we're going to do a video about his beliefs in college.
Yes, we are.
I watch and listen to Alex Hormozi, and I think the guy is very, very good at just talking about the same thing for 8 years and getting really good at teaching people about that, okay? Mm-hmm. I do not know Alex. You listen to Alex Hormozi. What do you think about Alex Hormozi?
He whines so much.
Dad. He does.
Get the fuck over it. Go to therapy, Alex.
Yeah. No, he doesn't believe in therapy.
That is a problem. There you go.
But we're talking about college. We're talking about how I get pissed off at what he says about college.
True.
I get mad at it. Not really that mad. I don't get that angry about this type of things. But I have very, very different beliefs. And here's what it is. I think just like in politics, you can say a very deep thing that has many, many different layers is a very complex issue. And all people hear is cut taxes, right? You know? Yeah. They just hear one part of it, and then they justify the rest of their decisions off of that one. People love one-liners. They love like a little cliche, like a little catchy thing, right?
Yes.
And he says, out of context, you don't need college.
Exactly.
If you're an entrepreneur,
out of context
you don't need
is
college.
the important thing.
You don't need it. Yeah. Now, I went to college for a long time. I loved college. I liked college. And I look back at college as the most beneficial time of my entire life.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun, okay? Here's what makes me mad. Alex says, as an entrepreneur, you don't need this stuff. He set a foundational for himself. Where did Alex go to college?
Vanderbilt,
which is in what city?
somewhere in the South.
Nashville. It's in Nashville. It's just south of downtown. It's really, really nice, okay? It is known as the Harvard of the South. It is a very, very great school. It is very hard to get into. This dude went to Vanderbilt, graduated in 3 years.
Okay.
Magna cum laude.
Yeah.
Which means the highest. The dude crushed it. He killed it. He was great. He learned about writing. He was the editor for the paper. So he knows how to focus, get things done, get schedules done, and spend 4 or 5 or 8 hours actually creating something every single day.
Yeah.
You know what most entrepreneurs cannot do?
Focus.
Focus worth shit.
Yeah.
He learned that before he went in and started doing the businesses. Then he went out and made 5 to 10 different business mistakes. And then he's like, I got through this and now I know what to do. He got through what to do because he got the experience, not just of those businesses, but of college. Now, you do not need college to be successful in the world. But do not tell me ever that it is not a beneficial thing. Now, I know a little bit about college, don't I?
Yeah. You spent enough time there
I
that
got
you
some
know.
strong freaking opinions about it, right?
Yeah.
Number one thing I learned about college is this. If you are a young person, you say, yeah, I'm going to Oregon State or Washington State or University of Washington. I'm really, oh, wow, how's the campus? Oh, I'm doing it online. I do most of my classes online. You are not going to University of Washington. You are sitting on your computer pretending you have a life and a learning. Yeah. College is about new ideas, and new ideas do not come through reading that. It comes through the people and understanding that we live in a complex world and meeting complex and different people.
College is very similar to kindergarten in that way.
Oh, I like that.
Socialize.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The importance of knowing how to socialize.
Wait, this is how we do things at my house with my mommy and daddy. Well, guess what? There's other houses in the world.
Yeah.
Guess what? We grow up and we go to this junior high and then a high school, and we think that's the way the world is. First thing I learned at college is, holy crap, there's some amazing people out there, right?
Yeah.
What is the number one downfall of men in the world today, young men in the world today? Now, there's a lot of them. They got it tough, right?
They're behind a computer.
They are behind in life because women mature faster, do better in school, are now the majority of people in college, and they're behind in socialization. So they think by focusing more on their computer, they can all of a sudden get this. Get off your ass and go to college.
And then you have this guy telling them, you don't need this.
Now, I understand. He gives a complex way of saying, for these people, here's what it is. They don't listen to that.
That is very important
They
to
don't listen to
understand that out of what you say, they're going to understand or listen to a very small percentage. They're going to take whatever works for them.
I've told you, I know who Voltaire is. I know about history. I know about philosophy. I know about these books. It is true. All the books you read at Harvard, you can get in the library. Yeah. So what? Just get a library card and go to Harvard. That was the old thing that everyone would say. Do the math. How many people who just got a library card and said, I'm going to be successful, became successful? And how many people just got a bunch of fucking late fees?
Because you can be a cultivated person on your own, but what college brings to you is totally different.
Yeah.
It's a set of skills that you don't get out of a library.
It's pattern recognition, it's people recognition, it's socializations, it's understanding different complexities in the world.
Fucking deadlines.
And deadlines. I was just going to go back to Alex. Hey, if you're going to graduate from Vanderbilt in 3 years, you learn how to be obsessive and get things done. You want to know what's powerful in business? Being obsessive and getting things done. That's what it comes down to. Now, there is the truth on the other side about this, about money. But that's a mindset going in, okay? There's the mindset going in is, I have worked with a lot of people who go to college because they think the degree will get them a better job.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, you're screwed already, right? You're going to college to get knowledge and learn something without a promised outcome. Mm-hmm. Just like being an entrepreneur, by the way. You're going in without a promised outcome. You don't know what's going to happen. Everybody who goes and says, if I do this, I will get a better job, they're going in with the wrong mindset.
Yeah.
They're getting the wrong thing out of it. I have never went and applied for a job as an entrepreneur and said, look, I have college degrees. Here's the thing. I think that Alex Hormozi and what he's done online is very, very...
He's amazing. He's super smart.
Very good for people. I think that number 2, college can be a very, very good thing. And I think number 3, do not go into debt. Do not start behind. Do not start behind. You cannot. Go to the best, cheapest school you can with the best people you can, but do not ride this thing out and go 4 years and $150,000 in debt.
I was just going to say, because I don't know the American education
don't. We're in
system.
Mexico right now. Yep.
Yes. And I finished college. I didn't owe a buck. I was happy and free and decided to go into the world and do something with myself. But you hear a lot of this, now I am this amount in debt and I can't get a decent job.
It's crazy. There's a lot of people who talk about Dave Ramsey. He's the guy who talks finances in the U.S., and he's probably the biggest in the industry. And a lot of people say, I don't like Dave Ramsey. I don't like Dave Ramsey. Well, tough shit. Dave has done this a long time and at least knows what he's talking about. And can you learn something from him? Absolutely. I have listened to the calls he gets of hundreds and thousands of people who call in his show and say, we're in debt $1 million, $50,000 for our car, $100,000 in credit cards, and $850,000 in college loans. My husband has this and has this, right?
Yeah.
And what they did is they got into a system saying the outcome, the degree will make me my money back, so I will just borrow against my entire future in order to get there. No. You need to treat college like you do a startup, right?
Hey, I like that. I like that.
You bootstrap that shit together and you find a way to make it without money. I have one of the greatest college stories of all time about bootstrapping.
You do.
I got a bunch of them. True story. At the University of Montana, I had no money to pay for college. I registered for my classes.
Yeah.
It said in 2 weeks you have to pay or you're going to get kicked out of your classes. I didn't pay. So I just keep going to classes. And my teachers would say, you're not on my official roster. You're off. And I'm like, you know me. It's a mess up. I'm working on it. It'll get fixed. So I just kept taking the quizzes, just going to all my classes. 2 weeks from the end, finally one of my professors said, dude, you're not on. You're not in this class. You got to do something. I'm like, acted shocked. What? I went in and said, there must have been a mistake. I appealed it to the university. I wrote a letter that said, you can discount everything I've done, all the A's I've got in all my classes. My teachers will tell you I'm doing great. And I'll lose all of this. I won't have any money or anything for next semester because I won't be able to get the grants or the loans, or I won't be able to do anything. I'm in trouble here. Or you can approve that I'm into these classes. I will pay you back or not pay you back. I can't remember which one it was. And you can either take a life and make it very successful, or you can ruin my life. And I remember I gave it to him. I was sitting outside the thing at the University of Montana, and they came out. There were 7 people, and this woman, probably 50 years of age, very motherly, walked up and gave me a hug and said, "We got you, honey." What? Life-changing. I moved forward to bootstrap my education without any freaking cash. Do you think that, Alex, helps me in business when I say we're going to move forward on something? Well, do we know it's going to work out? You never know it's going to work out, right? You don't know if you become a doctor, it's actually going to work out, right?
Get it done.
You get through, you bootstrap your education, you get that stuff through. Again, I think Alex does things well. I think he has explained this very well, that it's for some people, it's not for some other people. I get that completely. But I am going to say, if you're going to go, don't go into debt. Go to the best, cheapest college you can do. Go in person and be around people and get it done. Don't stay forever like I did in college. And learn, explore the world. Boom.
Now, listen to me. How old are you supposed to be when you go to college?
18.
18.
Yes.
So instead of going to college, you're supposed to set up a business? Is that the idea? What is it?
First of all, he would say, don't go into debt. Start making money. And he would probably say, as I would tell people, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, go into sales immediately. Learn how to sell.
Okay.
You don't have to do it for your life, but you're going to be selling the rest of your life in some facet. Learn about sales. So get into sales right at 18. Make money. Set goals that way and start making money. So instead of going into debt, you're gaining capital either to invest in yourself and your knowledge, in long-term money that you're going to have to build your life and what you need, or in a business that you're actually going to potentially create, right?
Okay.
The problem is you're going from the structure of your home life where you've been with your parent or parents your whole life, and you leave at 18 and all of a sudden you're in a sales job. And who goes into sales jobs at 18? People who want money. So all they talk about is money. It's kind of like brain development, right? I think that. They say young people, if you have a 12-year-old, you want them to be doing things that are 12-year-old appropriate, right?
Yeah.
If they're 8, they do 8, because their brain is not ready for everything. 18-year-olds are not prepared to be told money is the end of everything, that sales will a cool car will make your life better, and hanging out with a bunch of sales bro loser asses is going to make you a better person. It's not go hang out with smart people.
Front lobe of your brain doesn't mature till you're 21. Yeah. That's why you're not supposed to drink till you're 21.
Look at you. Wisdom. Boom. So we may add a few things to this or not. I think this was just a really quick take on this. Comment in the bottom how upset you are that I bashed on Alex Hormozi, which I really didn't.
No, we like the guy.
I bashed on the people who listen to him who do take it the wrong way.
Who don't listen through. Bye.
Bye.